Hi there, this is Ryan Brooks. Thanks for checking out my video. I don't even know what I'm going to call this one, but I just wanted to share with you some experiences I've had within the past couple of weeks that are positive. Hopefully you can get some insight from this and it'll help you improve yourself, improve your life, and ultimately make your days a little bit better while you're here on this planet, the short time you have here. You know, I know that it's really hard to find inspiration and motivation. It's hard to find empowering stuff out there when it seems like the world is like melting down. Just it seems like idiocracy is really revving up. I used to say that and poke fun at people 2 years ago, in 2013. That was a big thing I do on my radio show every day. Idiocracy is now headlines, and all the people on my radio station didn't like it for the most part because that was like tabloid stuff. Like, that's what the New World Order wants you to do. But I was trying to point out, like, look how far gone we are. And it maybe, looking back on it, it was like a defense mechanism for myself to try to say, hey, lighten up, you know, like, lighten up, man. You know, the world's messed up, but you don't have to be. So maybe that's where that came from. I don't enjoy pointing out the idiocracy anymore, partly because it's too hard to keep up. There's too much of it. It's just insane idiocracy. I don't even need to mention any of it. I think people just know. It's picking up. So it's hard to not let that crap into your head. But that's why I'm making this video. Because if you want to change your life, if you want to make a difference in your life, if you want to feel better, think better, and get more out of your time here, then you need to stop paying attention to it. Seriously. And for the past 2 weeks, I've committed to no news. Don't get me wrong. This is not for people who think you can vote to save the day or that things are all right on this country. No, this is for people that understand the way we're living in this country is done, finito. It's just a matter of time before we have to adjust to our new, much lower standard of living. Gotcha. What I'm saying is most people, this is directed at people who understand that. You understand who's going to win at the end of the day. You understand that at the end of the day the game's rigged, right? So with that being said, why would you watch the whole game? It's like watching a rerun or something. To me, why would you watch the whole game with all the plays when you know the ending? And that's kind of how I feel when I keep up with the news. But to go further with that, to see how it plays on my subconscious mind, to see how I just feel more anxious, my thoughts tend to go towards the fearful or irrational or just the negativity. And it's not even based off of what media I consumed. It's more of just, I feel like it's because of the negativity. My thought process is kind of based on the negativity. Like whatever I am going to start thinking has this kind of negative tint to it because of all the negative crap I'm taking in from keeping up with news. And so what I want to say is make the effort if you really want to see a change in your life. And I want to share this with you because it's really exciting. Make the effort to just not look at the news for at least 1 week. Do it for 7 days straight. Don't look at the news not one single second. And then instead of doing that and looking at the news, spend time reading inspirational books, listening to audiobooks. I mean, it's incredible. You can get audiobooks on YouTube for free. Download them, put them on your phone, your iPod, whatever. You can turn your car into a university. Everywhere you go, instead of listening to music or talk radio like I've done, educate yourself. Listen to audiobooks, listening to empowering, inspiring self-help stuff. Not this new touchy feel-good stuff, but the old school. You know, find some Orison Marden in your life. Read stories of inspiring, incredible people. And again, when you do that, even though it's hard to do, it's so worth it, man. It is so worth it. There's a quote from someone, I can't recall who it is off the top of my head, but he said something along the lines of, I am everything that I read is a part of me. Think about that. That's pretty powerful if you're just reading all kinds of uplifting, inspiring, motivational stories. That's going to reflect on you. You're going to be more empowered. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be more inspired and inspiring to others. But it's hard to do. And that's what I hope you make the choice to do. At least just try it out. If the end of the world's happening, your neighbors will let you know. You'll find out the humans in your area will let you know. You don't need to keep up with the news. And I've also noticed the effect it's had of not looking at news is that when I do look at the news, it's like when I see a television, because I haven't had a television for 3 years. So when I see one, it just stands out to me like this stupid flashing screen. Everything on it seems idiotic and dumb, and I just totally can't understand. Like, wow, the average American watches this flashing boob tube for 27 hours a week. holy cow, what a waste of their life. Man, I'm happy I don't do that. I'm starting to feel the same way about news. I go to Drudge and it's like, here's the thing of the day to be scared of for 10 minutes. Ah! And you're just like, wow, I kind of see this for what it is. Like, there's just going to be a new element tomorrow. It's like, ah! And it's just, it doesn't freaking matter at all. And you're doing yourself damage by even letting it into your mind, your conscious. You don't need that. You don't. We need people that are bold, powerful, strong, courageous. Those are the things that I want to see more of in the world. And I feel those things a lot more when I'm not keeping up with the downfall of the West. Make no mistake, it's happening. But if you don't like it, what are you going to do to change it? To me, it means growing up. And the news does not help with that. My last video, the alternative media is a joke and the corporate media is a joke. They're all a joke because they just want you to be a fearful coward. Don't be a fearful coward. So take the time. It's worth it. Surround yourself with motivating, positive influences, and you're going to see a major change in your life. Try it for just 7 days. If you're like me, after the first 7 days, you're going to say, man, this is awesome. I'm just going to make this my lifestyle now. Read a good book. Start with Orson Marden. I recommend Spartan Up by Joe DeCina, The Ultra Mindset by Travis Macy. That's another great one. Again, Orson Marden, tons of Orson Marden books, all for free on the internet. I mean, it's up to you. You've got to make it matter, though. You've got to want it. So I hope this touches somebody out there. I hope this gets through to some warrior out there. Have a kick-ass day. I'll catch you later.